Alison, thank you so much for coming on Off the Hanger. I can't believe you're actually doing this when you've just run a marathon.
Oh, no. Well, good morning. Thank you. Yeah, I've just got back from running a marathon. My legs don't really work, but yeah, I'm okay now. But I'm getting up and
Oh my
downstairs.
goodness. How many have you run?
That was number 14. Number 14, yeah. So that was my first international marathon.
Oh my word. I can't believe you've done 14 marathons. I can barely run to the end of the street. It is incredible. That's so amazing.
Oh,
And I love that actually when you run a marathon, you are still so stylish, so brightly coloured. You always still look fabulous whilst doing it.
that's so kind of you. Yeah, just like I said, you don't want to get run over, do you? So I'm never ever going to get run over by anybody because I always wear such bright clothes. But it does, yeah. People sort of it makes people smile. Although at a marathon there are a lot of people who are brightly dressed, but I quite like to outdo all of them.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's it. You definitely want to be the brightest of them all. And I love your fashion style. Have you always been into fashion, or was there a kind of turning point in your life when you thought, actually, I'm just going to wear whatever the hell I like and nobody can tell me different?
No, I've been absolutely like absolutely everybody else. I've been as dowdy as anything, and I think I was really into fashion when I was sort of younger in my teenagers. When you went out clubbing and everything, I was really, and then I probably got a bit of a corporate job as an estate agent, and I didn't dress really in a corporate way. It wasn't a navy blue suit or anything, but I went through this sort of when I met my husband, I went size 12, size 14, size 16, size 18. And of course, as you get a little bit bigger and you're not used to how to dress, you sort of go, oh, wear the black trousers, and you work in an office, it's like black trousers from Marks and Spencer's and things. So I went through this really sort of quite dowdy thing. And then I had kids. And then I think I completely lost my way then. And I just completely reinvented myself and like became very
I
colourful.
love it. What's your earliest fashion memory?
Ooh, it's not really early, but of course, I was born in 1972, so I'm 50 this year, and it was the sort of the stuff that weren't allowed. Your mum wouldn't buy you, so I wanted to choose like the Wham t-shirt, and I wanted a rara skirt, and I remember being, when you're just sort of like 9 or 10 and being desperately interested in stuff like that, but mum and dad just sort of going, no. And I remember leg warmers and things. I thought I was so cool when that sort of fashion awakening time was around the sort of like fame, whereas I was like this little kid with glasses, like who was a little bit rounded, and I just like, oh, I can remember the maroon leg warmers, which I adored. And it was more the things that you couldn't have that were the things that got away. Remember the white? I don't know if you remember the white tiered rara skirt that had different. It had three frills on it. I remember it to this day. I think it might have been red, green, and blue, but it's definitely white. But this edging on the edge of the frill, I wasn't allowed one of those. I wasn't allowed the Wham t-shirt or the Frankie Goes to Hollywood t-shirt. That's the things I remember. Things you didn't get, you know.
Oh, I hope you've had them now, though. I hope you've gone back retrospectively and gone, do you know what? I'm going to get a Wham t-shirt because I'm going to
No,
wear it now because I'm an adult and no one can stop
I
me.
still do like that sort of big t-shirt with with writing on. I do still like it, but I haven't got a one. When you're right, I should do it. I should definitely do it.
What's the oldest thing in your wardrobe?
Um, there isn't anything. Do you know what I've just done? I've literally just because I've had some new wardrobes fitted, and when I did that, I literally, in fact, I did it after the fact. I put everything onto rails in the bedroom, and I just sort of went, why? Why have I got all this stuff? So I tended to keep things from, I remember I went to a wedding when I was pregnant wearing this, and you go, but why? You've never worn it ever since. I've just literally got rid of everything. I think I've still managed to keep. I've got this like really nice grey Jaeger, which sounds so old biddy-ish, but it's really nice material with a massive button on it here. I've kept that, but again, that's only about 15 years old. There are things that I wished I kept from when I went out clubbing years and years ago, but at the time again, sort of 5-6 years later, you go, am I ever going to wear electric blue, PVC trousers ever again? No, of course I'm not. And I wish I'd kept things like that. But now I haven't really got anything old because I just sort of went, why am I keep? You sort of go, well, what if I ever go to a funeral? I might need this black dress. No, you don't. I'll buy a new black dress if I need to go to a funeral. But yeah, I've got nothing old. I sold all of it in a mad frenzy. I donated loads of it, and I sold loads of it in the last sort of like maybe 6 weeks or so. I've just got rid of everything. Yves Saint Laurent handbags, Mulberry handbags, all this really nice, tasteful stuff that I bought. You sort of go, oh, I'll buy that, and I'll buy a black handbag, and you're like, why? It's just like the most boring thing I've ever seen. Boring and expensive. So I haven't got anything old. I've just got rid of everything. Which was quite liberating.
I think that's good though. I think that's it's a really cathartic process of going, actually, I'm not a boring, dowdy person. I don't wear these things anymore. So why are they gathering dust in my wardrobe? Yeah. And I love that you actually sold them or donated them rather than just going, right, let's stick them all in some black bin bags and take them to the tip. It's nice that they then passed on to other people who that might be their style. They might really enjoy that.
Yeah. They can enjoy it as much as they like. Yeah, they love it. They love me at the charity shop. In fact, actually, last donations at the charity shop got stolen from outside. She was the lady who runs the shop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my stuff got stolen. It's that good.
So, what's the piece in your wardrobe that gets the most compliments?
Do you know what? I have been accosted. I've got a coat from Rue, and it's a long red, like plasticky quilted coat that sort of goes outwards and down to my ankles, and it sort of makes me look a bit like a red Dalek. And people have followed me around the Trafford Centre. Like, in fact, one day I went into the Trafford Centre and like 4 people came up to me and went, where did you get that coat? And I actually thought one was going to like try and mug me for it. But yeah, that gets loads. I think if you wear really bright colours anyway, people tend to sort of stop you and go, oh, that's not, I think it's because it's quite jolly. I think you maybe look quite approachable if you wear mad things. So, but yeah, I do tend to get a lot of comments from people. Most people are nice. Some people do that sort of look at you, don't they? Like, what the F is she wearing? And yeah, that red coat is definitely one that gets loads of comments. So I bought the same coat in green as well.
Amazing. I love it. I love if you find something that's really good, you just go, actually, I need it in both colours. Give me it in all the colours because it's that good.
Yeah, that's me.
What's the most expensive piece that you own? You don't have to tell us how much.
Do you know what? I've probably just got rid of it, and it's not there anymore. When you ain't go through that, I wanted tasteful when you sort of, I think everybody might go through it, like an expensive handbag thing. So I've just got rid of a load of Mulberry handbags and things. There was Yves Saint Laurent one there that was about 1,500 quid. I've just sold it for 120 quid. But I think the most expensive thing I've got at the moment, I've actually got it here, is actually I've got that. It's not even expensive. Hang on. I do love a bargain, and so I found this Nina Ricci, I don't know how to even say it is the truth, jacket in TK Maxx. I'll put it on for you. I found it in TK Maxx, and it was still retailing at nearly $3,000, but I got it for 250 quid.
Do you know what I have to say? I remember you putting that on Facebook, because didn't you go and you saw it and then you had to go back for it?
I had to go back for it because, do you know what? This is the truth. I actually really was bereft of funds at the time, so I phoned my husband. And I went from the changing rooms. I went, "Can I have this?" And he went, "No, genuinely, you've got so many coats. It's absolutely wrong." And I was like, please. So I begged and begged and begged over about it. And like I said, it was only 250 quid. And loads of people said to me, because put it on Facebook, well, it's your money, but I literally hadn't got any money. And I was actually asking him to pay for it. And he did in the end, because I nearly cried. And then I went back for it. It was still there. And when I went back for it, the funniest thing was somebody was in TK Maxx and then went, You're looking for it again. You look, yeah, there's somebody new. I think all the staff knew that I wanted to go back for it as well. It was like literally this. My post went absolutely mad about this going back, not getting this jacket and then going back for it. But yeah, that's it's sort of apparently we did sell for three grand or so. But yeah, I only paid £250 for it.
That's amazing.
Oh well, yeah, and that's the other thing. I love a bargain so much, that again I've had to just sell them all. I had loads of things from TK Maxx. To be fair, I think I might have even made a bit of money on some. You know, when you see the things that are really reduced, and I've just literally got rid of like Armani dresses and things, a Dolce & Gabbana shirt, because I can't leave. You know, when you sort of go, oh, it's beautiful, and it's the biggest bargain in the world, and why would I leave it here for somebody else? And then you get it home and you put it on the on the back of the door at the cupboard of doom, which is now being sorted out, and you sort of go, about 6 months later you go, why did I buy that? Because it's beautiful, but it's not me. But I'm trying to stop myself from doing that with TK Maxx. But so I've just sold loads and loads of things. Like they had the tag, the base had the tags on, like beautiful silk Armani dress, and you're like, but I'm never going to wear it. I am not a silk Armani dress kind of girl.
I have the same thing. So I went in and they had one of the Paco Rabanne like chain dresses in there, and it was £280, and I was going, I really need to buy that. I should just buy that. It's amazing. It's worth like £3 grand. It's incredible. I should totally buy that. And then I had to really have a chat with myself and go, where are you going? Where on earth do you think that you're going to wear this Paco Rabanne like chainmail dress? You're not going anywhere for that. Stop it. Don't buy it. It was very good. I did walk away. I went and bought myself something else instead. But TK Maxx is so tempting. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's the bargain thing, isn't it? It's that, I need it. I want it. It's like, how could you possibly leave it? But then you like go, when you have bought it, and like I said, the Dolce & Gabbana shirt was the funniest thing. It was the most beautiful ruffled silk shirt, and it was like white and cream, and I was like, it's dry clean only. Well, who needs a shirt in the life that's dry clean only? So I was like, that, don't ever wear it. And also, it said it, and the reason it was in TK Maxx, somebody must have painstakingly sewed it, and it was so beautifully made. It said it was a size 16. Well, it wasn't. It was a 10, and it had a zip here. And I was gonna go and take it to get it, a little bit of elastic put in it so that I could wear it. But no, it was definitely not a 16, and it should never ever have been in my wardrobe. That's gone. But it was reduced to £30, and that was like £600 shirt. It had just because it had the wrong size in it.
It's the treasure hunting thing. I think that's what it is with TK Maxx. It's the treasure hunting element of it. You go in and then you've got to rummage and you work hard and you dig through all the stuff. And then when you find that gem, it's just impossible to leave it, even if it's not your size or you're never going to wear it. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I should just buy it. They always get me. So what's the newest piece you've got in your wardrobe?
Ooh, because when I went to Sophia to run a marathon this weekend, I bought another new coat because you can't have too many coats. So I bought this blue quilted coat with a hood on it. And my friend's been to Sophia before, and she said this is a shop, and she described it as shit Zara, and it's not actually a Zara shop. It was just like a shit version of Zara, but they had this one coat in it, so I bought it because you can't go away and not buy something. Oh, and also I bought the running t-shirt as well that I ran the marathon in as well. So that's what I bought over the weekend. Because I'm always buying something. I know it's awful, but I do really like shopping. It's just like so much fun, and especially to go somewhere you don't know. It's just great fun, isn't it? So. Even at the expo for the
well, that's it, because you end up with pieces that nobody else has, because nobody else has been to Sophia and been to shit Zara and managed to find that coat. So then it's that extra little joy of, well, I've got this and I'm not going to see anybody else wearing it. Whereas if you buy a coat from real Zara, everybody's going to be wearing the same coat.
That's definitely right. Yeah.
So what's the most sentimental piece in your wardrobe? You said you just had a massive clear out, but have you got anything that's got real sentimental value to you?
Oh yeah, I have. I've got it here. Hang on. My friend Rachel made this dress for me, and she didn't take any measurements or anything. She just sort of guessed, and it's a one-off. She designed it for me to go to a balling because I'm not a very bally person, so it's like sort of a like a dipped hem, sort of like this. So because she made it for me, I just love it, and it's a complete and utter one-off. And she, like I said, no measurements or anything. But other than that, like I said, I did basically over the. I'm not a very sentimental person, is the truth. I've still got my wedding dress, but I don't think it's ever seen the light of day since. In fact, I've never got it out and looked at it. But I'm not a very sentimental. I do remember things through clothes, and I can remember exactly what I wore at a certain point and things. Like I said, there's a few things that I kept from when I was pregnant, and I've just literally thrown them away because I was like, why would you keep that? You're never going to wear it again. So I think it's the Rue dress that was made for me, and then like a wedding dress, which is a bit naff, but it's still nobody really throws a wedding dress out. I still kept that. I've made it through the cull.
What's the piece in your wardrobe that you would say most sums you up? Now, if this is not colourful, I'm ending the call because I imagine it's got to be colourful if it sums you up.
Yeah. The piece that most sums me up. I don't know. I've got so many things that. I've got it. In fact, I've got it out for you. Right. Basically, I like to wind my husband up with what I'm wearing. Okay. And the dress that best sums me up is. Right. Joanne Hines, bright acid yellow. But look, is that not a vulva? My husband was like literally. It's like a shift dress. I do rock a shift dress, and I've got quite good legs as well.
Oh my god, I love it.
And it's got a really cool zip. But yeah, I reckon it's very, very vulvarish. So I call it my vulva dress, and my husband absolutely hates
the vulva dress.
Horrified by it, and I wanted to go out, and I bought it for to go to this sort of like sporting, like like one of these gala dinner things somewhere quite posh, and he was like, yeah. You can't, and he genuinely meant it. He was absolutely horrified, and so he basically said, no, you can't wear that, and I sort of sulked a bit, and then I went, okay. And he did. God, it makes it sound like I'm proper and some. I'm really not. I do actually do things to wind him up on purpose. And he doesn't normally, but I think it's because it was sort of a bit worky. And he's going, you just can't wear a yellow vulva dress. And I was like, please. And in the end, I just gave in and bought a green Zara one. But yeah, that sums me up.
But please tell me, you've worn the vulva dress since, though, right?
I have worn it since. And he did go out and wear it with me in it in the end. Yeah, I have worn it with like little white boots and things.
Love it. It's absolutely fantastic. And I love that you wear things to wind him up.
Yeah.
What is your worst fashion faux pas or wardrobe malfunction? These things happen to me all the time. I am generally just a bit of a disaster. Are you a disaster, or are you quite well put together? Do these things not happen to you?
I think, do you know what? Fashion disasters. I think we've all had them, and I do think it's quite funny, really. Possibly the worst one I ever did, and it wasn't really. Well, it was. Yeah, it was sort of a fashion disaster. I got invited. I don't know why I got invited to be on GMTV one day, and it wasn't really. It was. I don't tend to wear ladylike things, and I wore this dress from Finery, and it was sort of midi length, and it, like I said, bit of a disaster. Yeah, it was definitely a disaster. What happened is they sat me behind a desk wearing this dress on a stool, and I was holding on for dear life, thinking, please God, don't let me fall off the stool. With my, how you sit on a stool at a bar with your legs open, with trying to hold on. And I thought, camera was here and the desk was here, but no, the camera was down here, and you could see I was sitting with my legs open. Now you couldn't actually see You couldn't actually see anything. But it was just that I needed to have worn trousers. If I ever went on telly ever again, I'd definitely wear trousers. My mum phoned me to see this came off, and she was, "Oh my god, why did you sit with your legs?" I mean, I was literally, I was like this on GMT. Yeah. Like I said, they got me from down here, and when I thought I was looking at a camera up here, and it just wasn't happening. So yeah, that was just it was one of those. It was
Oh,
just
bless you.
the wrong thing to wear. But yeah, apart from that, I think I've had loads of disasters, absolutely loads over the years. Too many to count really. But that was the most public one, definitely.
I think they're the worst. I think the ones where you have where nobody sees, it's just like that's a little laugh to you, and you're like, yeah, fine, whatever. It's the ones where everybody sees it. You're just like, oh, God. So go on then, show us your favourite shoes.
Favorite shoes? I well, the thing is, there's so many, but so I've got you a few pairs.
Would we like a shoe selection?
Oh, it's a shoe collection. So, to be fair, right. So these are my silver cowboy boots. Do you know what? I still don't know if I love them or hate them because they're a bit baggy around the top, but they look better with longer midi skirts. They're a bit of a weird length, but I've got a thing about metallic, you see. But also, I like these because they wind my husband up and he still look like Gary Glitter in them. Yes, not correct, but you know what I mean. It's that glam rock type thing. And then also, this is what I wear most of the time, like trainers. I think everybody wears trainers. These are my current favourite trainers. And then if I was going out somewhere, these are jolly, aren't they? I don't think we're ever going to go out wearing them though. They're sort of dancing shoes, aren't they? But yeah, those are pretty.
Fabulous. I love your love of metallics. I'm a big metallic shoe fan as well. I love a big pair of metallic shoes, sparkly boots, anything like that. I just think you can't go wrong because they go with everything.
Yeah, I'm addicted to anything metallic. I've got a current obsession with metallic trousers. So I've just bought myself another pair of silver. I've got a pair of. I tried to buy the exact same pair of trousers that I already own because I thought they were slightly different colour, and then I had to admit to the lady that I'd already got the trousers. And then after I'm like, no, I'm really sorry. I've just worked out. I've already got them. So there was some gold Zara trousers. And then, but yeah, I've got this thing about silver trousers. I just think that I want the perfect pair of silver trousers. And if I found a perfect pair of silver trousers, I think I'd buy them 2 pairs of them. I think I'm turning into Trini. I've got to stop channeling Trini. In fact, I've got dressed this morning, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear a pink. I've got a pink shirt and a green blazer, and then I went, what's going on there? And I was like, oh my god, I've got dressed up as Trini. I mean, she's much more tasteful than me, but she's doing this. I really admire that neon thing she's got. So I've got this neon pink and this green blazer, and I was like, oh my god, no, because I was trying to dress up for this, and I was like, literally, what are you doing? You've got dressed up as Trini.
So is that the dream fashion item? The thing that you're really lusting after at the moment is the perfect pair of silver trousers, or is there something else?
Silver boots. Always on the lookout for yellow handbags. You can't have too much. Like the yellow handbags are life. Yeah, I always wanted a Chanel handbag. I do want a yellow Chanel handbag. I'm never going to get one. My husband offered to buy me a Chanel handbag before we had
Did he
kids.
make a yellow one? I don't know that I've seen a yellow one.
I think Trini's got
a yellow one.
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah. I think you can get. I think you can. But I've never actually seen one in real life. But yeah,
After if she ever wants to sell it, send it your way.
I couldn't afford it, could I? I think they keep going up the prices of them, don't they? But yeah, we live in quite where we live is quite close to really quite affluent areas. I always say the people who are nice but not rich live where we live. But if we go out, there's a place called Hale near us, and I'm like, some people really shouldn't leave their handbags unattended because I literally have been so close to just pinching them. Don't leave your bag on the table. In fact, actually, I saw these two ladies walking dogs on the field where I walk my dog normally, and they both had a Chanel handbag, and I went, "Oh, you can't, you must be careful with those bags, ladies." Didn't know them from Adam, just went over to talk to them because they're dogs. And they went, "Oh yeah, because it could be dangerous. I suppose. Oh, you can't have anything nice, can you?" And I went, "No, it's me. You need to be careful of me. I could not. We're both quite small. Quite little. I could have both those bags off you."
Yeah, I could quite easy. I could take you both. I could take you both and have both back.
It's a good job it wasn't a yellow Chanel bag, isn't it? I mean, they were both tasteful. They were too tasteful for me. Otherwise, I would have thought about it.
You would have, Adam. Excellent. Oh, well, it's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much for showing us some of the things in your wardrobe. Have you got any more marathons planned?
I always do Manchester in spring. So, and then we're probably going to go away and do another one next. We decided now we should become international marathon runners, and that's going to be the way forward. It's just
Why
a way
not?
to get away from my husband and my children for a couple of days.
And obviously to buy more fantastically bright running clothes.
Yeah, that's yeah. But we're going to specialise in Eastern Europe because it's really really cheap when you get there, and they've got shit Zara.
Amazing. And also I bet they've got some great shops to look around.
Yeah, they have. Cool.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's been lovely to talk to you.
Oh, thank you so much as well. Thank you.